is not the end.
Namaste, yogis all around the world. Welcome to this yoga session on this gorgeous, beautiful day. This will be an intermediate yoga practice with lots of back bends, hip openers, and heart openers. Let us tune into the divine with an open heart. I dedicate this yoga session and this yoga practice to the open heart. Corazón abierto. Let the Great Spirit speak to us, heal us, and guide us through these challenging times. Let's set our deep intentions. Gratitude to the earth for sustaining her children, to the human beings who are at greater risks right now. Gratitude to those who are greatly suffering. Rama Dasa Sase Sohang. Bring the palms in front of your heart in prayer. And let's take an inhale and raise the arms up to the crown of the head. Exhale. Inhale and lower the arms in front of the third eye. Exhale. Inhale and lower the arms in front of the lips. Exhale. Inhale and lower the arms in front of the heart. Exhale. Bow your chin in prayer. And let's start the practice. Take an inhalation and draw your hands up to a back bend. And with your exhalation, forward bend. Inhale, lift the right leg up and place it to the back of the mat. Knee on the ground with your toes pointing to the earth. Raise your torso straight up and place your arms above your knee. Now with your next inhalation, raise the arms up to the sky and look up. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Move into the position. With another exhalation, move right in. Inhale and bring the left arm forward and the right arm backwards and look backwards. Exhale, and with your next inhalation, stretch backwards by extending towards the back and right and looking straight up into the sky. Bring your hands back into front and let's change sides. Move your left arm towards the back and look towards your left shoulder. Then with your next inhalation, place your arm on the calf and stretch back and look up towards the sky. Take a few breaths here and then windmill the arms to the front, left and right of your left leg. From here, straighten your right leg, straighten the left leg and take it back and up towards the sky, coming down into three-legged chaturanga and coming straight into Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, three-legged position. Take an inhale and take it back to three-legged with your left leg straight up into the sky. Make sure you square the hips and with your next inhalation, step up and front with your left leg. Bring the right leg front to join and bend down. From Uttanasana, take an inhalation and come all the way up into a back bend. Go as deep as you can, and with your exhale, come back with your hands in prayer in front of the heart. Take an inhale here, and let's go straight into our second sun salutation. So inhale and arms up and back. Exhale and come into Uttanasana. Inhale halfway up and take the left leg, placing it back towards the back of the mat. Knee on the ground. Inhale and straighten the torso up. Place your arms on top of the right knee. Exhale, and next inhalation, you drive the arms up to the sky and tilt your head a little bit back to see upwards. With your next inhalation, go even deeper in this posture, giving more width, more openness to the hips. Bringing your arms down with your next inhalation, the right arm towards the front, the left arm towards the back, and look towards your left shoulder. Your left arm touches your calf, and the right arm extends and stretches up towards the sky, and you are looking up. A few breaths here, and then with your next inhalation, you straighten the torso again and switch sides. Now your right arm is looking towards the back and the left arm towards the front. And with the next inhalation, you touch the calf with your right arm and you stretch towards the back, your left arm. And you're looking straight up into the sky. With your next inhalation, windmill the arms left and right of the right leg. Bring the knee off the ground, straighten the left leg, straighten the right leg, taking it back and upwards and coming down into three-legged chaturanga. Inhale here, place the left toes on the mat and bring your right leg up towards the sky for a three-legged Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog. Exhale here, and with your next inhalation, lift to the tip of your toes, bend the right leg, bringing it in the front. With your next inhalation, the left leg follows, coming into Uttanasana. Start rising and bringing the arms towards the sky, breathing into a back bend. Go as far or as deep as you can and come back into neutral. Take a wide step with your left leg and open your palms towards the sky. Return to normal breathing here for a couple of moments. You can sing internally Rama Dasa Sa Se Sohang. Rama Dasa Sa Se Sohang. Inhale and bring the legs together, toes touching, and bring the hands together in prayer in front of the chest. With your next inhalation, take the arms up to the sky and stretch into a luscious back bend. Exhale and bend forward into Uttanasana. Your hands might be touching your shins, your feet, or the floor. Inhale here and bring the right leg up and back towards the back of the mat. Toes touching, knee touching on the ground. Inhale and come straight up, bringing the arms towards the sky and gaze towards the sky. Take another inhalation here and deepen your position, stretching even further back, deepening the back bend and looking further up towards the sky. Exhale and bring the arms down to the earth. Straighten the left leg and square your hips. Take an inhale here and with the exhale, hug the left leg with your torso. If it is available to you, you can touch your forehead on the left front shin. Stay here for a moment and with your next inhalation, start to rise. As you are rising, you are positioning your right foot so that the whole sole of the foot touches the ground in an angle towards the right. Take an inhale and hug the left leg with your torso one more time. If it's available to you, you can place the forehead on the shin and then take the hands towards the middle of your mat. Stay here and breathe in and breathe out. With your next inhalation, Come out of the pose, place your hands on the mat, and take your left leg back and up towards the sky into a three-legged chaturanga. Find yourself in a three-legged upward-facing dog position, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And with your next inhalation, bring the body up into a three-legged downward-facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Make sure you square the hips. From here, we're going to play around a little bit with the knee going towards the left and extending out, bending your leg and bringing it towards the right, and bring it across the right leg towards the right. And then try to touch with your bent knee your left elbow, and come up one more time for a downward facing dog. Inhale, and let's bring this left leg between the palms. Bring the right leg forward as well. Exhale, Uttanasana. This is a variation with your hands touching towards the back. Rise up and go into a beautiful back bend. Come into neutral position with your palms in front of your heart. And take an inhale here and an exhale. Let's continue with the other side. With your next inhalation, bring the arms up and back into a back bend. Exhale and Uttanasana, forward bend. Bring the palms on the ground. Really tuck your chin inside towards your knees. With your next inhalation, left leg comes up and back. Put your knee down on the mat. Inhale and straighten the torso. Bring the arms all the way up and look up into the sky. Take a few breaths here, and with your next inhalation, really deepen your hip posture. Go really deep into your hips here. The back bend can be even deeper, and you're looking up into the sky. Come up with your next inhale. Straighten the right leg and place your hands on the mat. Here you take an inhale, and with your exhalation, make sure you hug the right thigh with your belly, with your torso. If it's available to you, you can place your forehead on top of your shin and stay here for a couple of moments. With your next inhalation, start rising. Bend that front leg and straighten the back leg into a position that allows you to put the whole sole of the foot down onto the mat. Toes need to be in an angle towards the left side, with the front leg also straight. Come into a forward bend, hugging as closely as possible the right thigh with your belly and your chest. And if it's available to you, you can place your forehead on the right shin. Now the hands can move backwards onto your fingers towards the middle of the mat. With your inhalation, place your hands the front. Come into your tippy toes and take the right leg straight back and up, coming into a three-legged chaturanga. Come into a three-legged upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, and let's take the body up into the sky, coming into a three-legged downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Here, breathe in and breathe out, spine straight. And now let's play around. So you're bringing the right leg out, extending it as much as it's available to you. Then you bring one hip on top of the other, right leg towards the left. You're stretching and twisting to the other side. Now bring the leg down and across below your left leg. And lastly, bring the right knee onto the right elbow. Go straight into a downward facing dog. And with your next inhalation, bring the right leg to the front. Let the left leg also come in front and join, and go into a forward bend. Uttanasana. With your next inhalation, let's begin to rise up, bringing the arms up and back towards the sky, into a back bend, and exhaling, hands in front of the heart. Samastitihi. Take a wider position on the feet and open your palms towards the sky. Return to normal breathing, and here again you are reciting eternally Rama Dasa Sase Sohang Rama Dasa Sase Sohang Rama Dasa Sase Sohang. This is the mantra for the sacred healing meditation. This healing meditation is used to pray for healing energy for our friends, our family, ourselves, and Mother Earth. And let's continue with some seated positions. So let's bring the feet back together, toes touching. First, bring your hands in front of your heart in prayer. And with your inhalation, take the arms up and backwards into a back bend. With your exhalation, dive down into Uttanasana, forward bend. Halfway up with your inhalation, and then exhale and bring the right leg towards the back. And then start adjusting the left leg to come into Ekapada Rajakapotasana, King Pigeon pose. So bend the left leg and bring the shin into a parallel position to the front of the mat. And if you need a prop, you can place it in this position, like a cushion or a block right below your right hip. So let's take an inhalation and straighten the back. Make sure that the top of your back foot touches the mat. And then place your hands on the right leg. Take a few breaths here. And on your next inhalation, you're going to bring the arms to the front and straight up into the sky, coming again into this beautiful, sweet back bend. Make sure you look up into the sky. And then with your exhalation, allow your body to fold forward until your arms touch the ground. Here I would recommend that your elbows stay off the ground and you're only using the tips of your fingers to touch the ground. If it's available for you, the forehead can be on the ground, or you can use a cushion, a bolster, or a block to place your forehead on top. Make sure that this left foot is activated. With your next inhalation, you're going to drive the arms towards the back, bend the right leg, and try to find the top of your foot with your hands. Inhale and start rising up into full extension, so your foot is pulling your hands towards the back. Your heart, your sternum is pulling towards the front. Smile to Father Sky. And next, we're going to try the mermaid variation. Place the top of your bent leg into the elbow crease of your right arm. The palm of your right arm should look to the side, and then you can stretch your left arm up and above your head until it meets the fingers of your right hand. If you would like to take it a step even further, provided that this is available for your body, and take utmost care if you're doing this for the first time, is to place the top of your bent leg into your armpit crease. Then your right arm can be straight and your right hand can touch your right knee, and square your hips as much as possible. With your next inhalation, come out of this pose and, still holding the bent leg, straighten the left arm towards the front, bringing the right leg around and to the front. Here we're gonna stretch the hamstrings of the right leg. Now let's stretch the outer side of this right leg by placing your left hand onto the outer side of the foot, pulling it gently towards the left. With the next inhalation, you're gonna grab the toe with your right hand and lead the right leg out to the side and look towards the left. From here, let's make a transition and very gently bend this right leg, place it on the ground, and let's take the left leg towards the back. And if needed, you can use a prop like a bolster or a block to sit on exactly in this position. We are also using the inner thigh muscles here to lift us off the ground. Make sure that the top of the foot of the left leg is touching the ground, and also that the right shin is parallel to the front of your mat. Here, straighten the back and keep your hands loosely touching the right leg. With the next inhalation, let's bring the arms front, up and slightly towards the back. And look up into the sky. With your exhalation, bend forward until your fingertips reach the ground. Keep your elbows off the ground, and if it's available to you, place the forehead on the mat or use a bolster or a block to place it on top. Enjoy this beautiful hip opener. Be mindful about each inhalation and each exhalation that happens here. Find beauty and strength at the same time. With your next inhale, you're going to take the arms towards the back, bend the left leg, rise up, and allow the leg to pull you into a sweet back bend. So your inner thigh muscles are keeping you lifted off the floor. Transition into mermaid arms. The top of your back leg will be in the elbow crease of your left arm. Your right arm upwards, over the head, and back until your fingers meet the fingers of your left arm. And this is such a great heart opener and a hip opener at the same time. Find an expansion to the right side of your rib cage and a beautiful extension of the left leg quadriceps. Exhale and come out of this pose, only to transition into the next variation, which is to use the armpit crease to place the top of your foot. Please proceed with this variation only if it's available to you and with all safety if you're trying this for the first time. So your left hand is touching the left knee and you're squaring your hips as much as possible. And with exhaling, you come out of this pose, still mindfully holding the top of your back leg. Stretch your right arm to the front, and as soon as you gain balance, lift the left knee off the floor and bring the leg all around, front and up towards the sky. This is a beautiful stretch for the hamstring of the left leg. And by placing your right hand onto the outer side of your left foot, we're going to stretch the outer side of this leg. Make sure that you're looking over your left shoulder. Bring your right arm, grab your big toe, and stretch this leg out towards the left. This way you're stretching the adductor muscles in the left leg. With your next inhalation, bring the left leg into half lotus mode on top of the right leg. And take a moment here to feel into the sensations of the body. We're going to use the cat and cow pose in this seated position. So allow your muscles to relax completely and bring the chin to the chest. Curve your back and feel like you're becoming this round ball. Now with your inhalation, uncurve the spine until it's nice and straight. Exhale and curve the spine, tuck the chin in. That's the cat pose. And then uncurve and come into seated cow pose with your head tilted towards the back. Now this time, with absolute control, as you exhale, you let go completely and you unfold, laying down on your back on the floor. Now from here, unfold the legs, bring the knees to your chest, and then straighten the legs towards the sky, like in Viparita Karani. Breathe here for a couple of moments. And with your next inhalation, strengthen the core and come into Halasana or plow pose. From here, see if you can play around with bringing the legs up towards the sky but still not use the help of your arms. And then lower the legs again until they touch your palms. I love this position. It's such a great antidote for the back bend. So once again, play around with bringing the legs up and down. And then the next time you come into Sharvangasana or shoulder stand pose. So make sure you adjust your elbows. You want your elbows to be as close to each other as possible. And you are supporting the lower back with your arms, keeping the legs straight. Make sure your toes are spread apart. From here, we come into a diamond transition and open the legs left and right, bringing the legs once again up towards the sky. And from here, see how far you can get the bent legs towards the front without jeopardizing the pose. Bring the legs towards the sky one more time and separate them. Left leg towards the front, right leg towards the back. Once again, both legs are up in the sky. See if you can let go of your arms and support your whole body without any help. And now here we're going to do a funny twister. Make sure you twist your legs in such a way so that you grab the left ankle with your right hand and the right ankle with your left hand. We're gonna swap hands. So straighten everything, both legs and both arms at the same time. See if you can do it without any support. And then twist again until you grab your right ankle with your left hand and your left ankle with your right hand. Breathe here for a moment and then straighten both legs and arms up to the sky. And then with absolute control, bring your hips down to the mat. Hug your knees in and rock from side to side for a few times. And then rock front and back a few times. If it's available to you to come into seated position without touching your feet on the floor, then pause there for a little while and come back into Halasana or plow pose. Now this time we're gonna rock back and forwards a few times until again we find a sweet spot and maintain the balance by keeping the legs straight and by pulling gently the toes of our feet. Once again, roll to the back into Halasana and open the legs wide. Rock again towards the front and catch this sweet position without touching the legs on the floor, with keeping the legs apart this time. pull the legs together and find the balance there. And slowly bring the soles of the feet together into butterfly pose. Place them on the ground and forward bend. We are ready to come into the last pose of this yoga practice. So we're coming into Shavasana. This is the time to let go of everything. So lay down on your back, straighten the legs, allow the arms to open up as widely as you want, palms facing upwards, and return to your normal breathing. Feel the warm rays of the sun touching your skin. Feel the soft air caressing your body. Listen to the sound of the birds flying around. And feel the weight of your body touching the earth. Allow the whole body to relax. And stay here for some moments, giving thanks to the body for this practice, giving thanks to Mother Earth for supporting us, giving thanks to Father Sky for the vastness and the expansion, giving thanks to all the creatures, giving thanks to our ancestors, giving thanks to the Great Spirit for guiding us and sending us all these beautiful messages. with the sounds of the rooster. Start wiggling your toes. Start wiggling your fingertips. Start moving your ankles and your hips, your wrists, and very gently your head. Come to one side and very slowly come into a seated position. Still keeping your eyes closed, come into a seated cross-legged position and bring the palms in prayer in front of your heart. Take an inhalation and place your prayer on top of your head and thank the Spirit. With my practice today, I come closer to my higher self. Inhale and place your prayer in front of the third eye. With my practice today, I clear the clutter in my mind. Inhale and place the prayer in front of your lips. Thank the Spirit. I find smoother communication and my true voice. Inhale and place the palms in front of the heart. Bow your chin and thank the Spirit. With my practice today, I find greater love and greater harmony, greater compassion and beauty in all of creation. Namaste.